I love the support of home deliveries. That, you just have that support, even as I said earlier, one in the hospital where you're calling on a nurse and they're telling you, no, you're not ready yet. But when you're home, if I say, Miss Copeland or Miss Jibity, come, or they would come and check one time.
We run it.
I like to stand during my contractions, and I stand up and I just leaning against the wall, and Miss Copeland was right there with her hand on my belly, and she said, "Girl, you in real contraction."
I'm ready to have this baby now. I said, okay. And there it was, facing us, head ready to come out.
I still keep in contact with the midwives who did the last 2 births, and the student midwife that I had, I actually asked her to be the godmother for my daughter. They come by me, I bake for them. We look at them as family now. My name is Aisha Mills. I'm 40, I'm from San Fernando, and I'm a baker by profession. The first girl, she's 14, and she was born in San Fernando General Hospital. The second girl, she's 10 right now. She was my first home delivery. I had her home here. And the last 2, which is Felicia, she's 5. She was born home by my mom. And Joshua, his home birth, well, didn't even end up to be a home birth with Joshua. My pregnancies are pretty much normal. The only problem I do have is my blood count drops a little bit. So I have to take plenty of things to build up my iron. The first birth in San Fernando General, it wasn't a bad experience because I reached to the hospital like 8 and she was born 9:45. The men wait outside and then you go to the delivery room. So he's just outside there just waiting and all anxious. When I was having the second girl and I was going to clinic, some students actually came and asked if some of the parents was willing to have a home birth because they needed to do 3. The only concern I had was how they were students and if they would have like a head nurse watching over and making sure that everything was going right. And when they told me yes, and well, I had my normal doctor appointments because other than going clinic, I used to go by private doctor. So I know that the baby was healthy and I was fine. My husband, Marlon, being able to be around, he was really interested in that because he just liked to be in the midst. He don't mind seeing everything. Your first pregnancy, your first everything, and they just tell you, okay, you had to be in here. You have nobody. You have, he's outside on the bench waiting, mommy outside. Everybody and it's just you. So to be able to have everybody close at hand, okay, I need this. Could you, rub my back here? I need to sit down on the chair here. Okay, I want to stand now, and everybody just there. You have that support. I really like how they came home first. And, they would come and check on you and that one-on-one. When I went into labor, or the process of labor started, was about 3 o'clock in the morning. And everything just ran so smoothly, so normal, that she born 6 o'clock. So it was just a 3-hour span.
And I saw when she got these stitches for Fifi, I had to hold one of your leg.
Marlon was able to assist in cutting the cords.
I had to
Get it cut because
Fifi navel string.
The first girl was here as well. So she was, around and noticing what was going on.
I was hiding to block her because she was only doing so on the bed and peeping to see.
You don't have to go with the hospital rules because, when you're in the hospital, you can't do this and they have the child there and you can't lie down with the child on your chest. But when you're home, you can do that.
When I had my first home delivery, I delivered my 3rd child. I said, not me in hospital again.
Yes.
And I had the last one at home.
And that's exactly what I said when we did Faye, which is the second. When we did her home delivery with the student nurse, when we had her, I was like, that's it. I switched, I'm not going back in the hospital again. The second time of wanting to do a home birth, I hired the midwives. I paid, I didn't just wait for a student or looked for a student. I don't think we looked to see if anybody needed to get it done for free, but we just wanted the process and so enjoyed it from the first time that we didn't mind. I like to stand during my contractions. I like to stand and just be quiet. And just being able to do whatever you want freely, and not having the again, the restrictions of the hospital where you have to lie down or you have to be in this place and you have to, but what is comfortable? Each person is so different. Well, that time my sister, she came in the room and all, and she was there, and Marlon was there. And
with Felicia, I was able to bring her out.
Yes.
And
with
cut,
the help.
Yeah, with the help, of course. And cut her neighbor string.
Yeah.
So he had that connection even now with Felicia, where she's the daddy's girl. She always run to him and he just like that and scoop up. So I don't know if that is in connection because he was there and he actually saw, and they just out in the back in the yard together, and she just anywhere he is, she wanna be there. When Joshua came right after Felicia, just a year after he came, and again it was, hey, Miss Copeland, she was like, nah man, Aisha, not again. But I remember, when we were having Felicia and I stood up and he was touching my belly, and he's like, how you're standing during your contraction and you're so calm. And remember your words, she was like, you're a good baby maker. So when Joshua come a year after, she was like, you're a real baby maker. Joshua was the last, he's the boy. And we had everything set up to do the deliveries and everything. And for some reason, my water bag started to leak. First time this happened. Never happened with the other 3 girls, so I didn't understand what was happening. We were just laughing around and just keep watching myself while we laughing, and I was like, oh my God, Aisha again old. You can't hold your bladder. And then I called the midwives and I'm like, okay, this happening here, and she was getting a water bag leaking. And they came across, and for some reason I wasn't dilating. So we waited and nothing was happening, and eventually I had to go to the hospital. So the transition from being home then to go to the hospital was not comfortable or not easy, because you again was rooted up from your space and had to go and abide by their rules. So even when the examining was just totally different, not as caring. The injection to prevent any infections, I got that really hurt. I remember even leaving the hospital after and coming home and my hand was still blue-black. It was my first time being induced. So induced labor is totally different to natural labor. Induced labor it's heavier, for lack of a better word. It came on so quickly too, so it didn't gradually go into this labor. For me, at least, they induced me at 1 and he was born at 2 o'clock. It just, everything happened so quickly. It was just like fire, hot, go now. I know in my body and I know how quickly I deliver. They keep telling me that the process of inducing labor takes 2 to 3 hours, and I'm telling them I'm ready and nobody's coming. And I'm saying I'm ready and nobody's coming. Miss Mills, could you lie down? Could you go on the bed? No, I need to go now. And it's only when another nurse was passing and she saw me. She saw like I was just wet, and she decided to check, and she was like straight to the delivery room, and he just came out because it was right there. Not everybody's body works the same way, and you should trust my word that I am ready, and at least come and check me. Take 2 minutes and come and check and see what's going on.
There are some nurses that may not give you or have that time because the amount of people to give you
yes,
that.
the amount of people.
Yeah. So
At night we had 24 deliveries in that
You see?
hospital, and there were only 3 midwives.
Wow.
So you could imagine.
I don't think my input for breastfeeding is good. Each child didn't get much breastfeeding. I apologize. Breastfeeding to me is painful. For the 3rd girl, that was the 2nd home birth, we really tried. The midwives, they really tried with me. They brought somebody else who specialized in breastfeeding. We really tried, but no.
As a father at home looking at your birth, how you felt?
It was a good experience.
It was a good experience.
Yeah, I could do it again.
Okay, well,
Talk to her.
A
couple more times.
Talk to madam.
I'm not even speaking that in their
How you relate to your friends and them when they hear
your cut cord and so on.
Many of them, they say that I have plenty guts to watch that to go through that experience, because I know a friend, he tried it and he ended up on the ground.
Oh my God.
And the doctor had to tell him, big man like you.
What did it do for all of your relationship?
For me, I just realized, what she had to go through. I met guys that asked, but how you could watch she after, but it wasn't a problem.
No.
It was not a problem for me to say, the love was less. I think that I had a little more
A greater love.
appreciation for what she had to go through, especially to see this when they were stitching her back, So for me it was, to appreciate what she went through.
All our home deliveries, we have a good relationship with them.
Because of the bonding time.
Yeah. And you see, we visit after delivery, so
Yes.
it has that effect on you and me together. You understand what I mean?
Yes. Continue to see all the time because all they consider, all they look at Joshua, all they look my son or look my daughter,
My daughter,
my
my granddaughter.
Yeah, so these my babies.
So it also built a
The
relationship,
relationship.
So that and all was is a plus for me.
And your husband always smiling. Anytime I spot him down, so always smiling, boy.
Right, sure.
You never mention it to any of your friends that you were born at home?
Yes. My friend, she asked me, but I went home and asked my mom if I was born in hospital, and she said no, I was born home. And she said she wanted to try to make her baby home.